I've been here all my life. Started from ground level and worked all the way up to the top. I started part-time. I started in the grounds area. It was just a summer job. I would work maintenance during the morning time, and then in the afternoons I was running the softball leagues, and then came back the second year and did it again, and kind of expanded on what I did even more on the recreation side. And so I've done it all. I mean, I've been in every position for the city and for the department, yeah.
We were a fairly small department. We really only had one community center. We had one pool. We did have several outdoor parks, but it has just grown immeasurably since I have been here with the city. And that's 30 years ago. So, I mean, that is one thing I would say is the city has never stopped making improvements to what they already have. We're a 4 square mile city, but we really do function on the same level as a county agency. You know, the number of programs and services that the city offers, it's really quite impressive. And we are very well known throughout the state, through other municipalities, for the Parks and Recreation Department we have and the level that it functions as.
You know, I go back quite a ways. I first started out before I was an elected official, and we always had to work hand in hand with the Department of Park and Recreations. I think the department is a very positive influence in our community. I think that the staff is a very dedicated staff to the community of Laurel, works well with whoever the mayor and city council is and the community, to different programs that meet the needs of the community at all ages, and that's important. And you know, they're always looking for new things, they're always looking for different ways to get families and community involved. And I can't say enough about the department. I'm glad they're here, you know, celebrating 60 years. And I think that, you know, there's many, many things that this department will continue to do for our community.
I was doing research on another project, and I came across this notebook that had just some past history, and I was reading through it, and I just found out, I'm like, wow, look, this is 60 years coming up. 60 years, it's hard to believe. You know, I've been here 40 years, and that seems hard to believe, you know what I mean? It just, time flew by. So I just wanted to capture the 60 years. I think it's important to remember, you know, where you came from and where you're headed.
I recently moved up into this position. Before that, I was maintenance for probably the last 23 years. I'm in charge of the parks crew at the City of Laurel, also the custodial crew, and we also have a 2-man maintenance crew that takes care of everything from electrical to hanging TVs to anything that needs done in the city. A lot of behind the scenes of setup, you know, if we have special events, we'll have our guys coming in and setting up tables and chairs, have other crews, you know, bringing in their PA systems and getting everything set up for the events and all the background work that it takes to, you know, actually get everything coordinated.
I think the community doesn't realize how much we do. We have like a small in-house saying, small but mighty is our department. With all the different things that our department offers, people don't realize there's only so many of us, and each one of us, we wear multiple hats in the positions that we hold. Like me alone, I oversee our preschool program. I put on our community events. I run our summer camp program. I facilitate the different classes at both the community centers, and then a bunch of things kind of in between. And we all share that. It's not just one person. You know, I get asked the question, do you like your job? And my response is always, I love my job. I do love my coworkers. They make work really enjoyable. We're also known as the fun department, and I think I personally have the best job in the city.
I've been given the name of Miss Laurel by the Parks and Recreation Director, Bill Bailey, because I attend most of the activities here in Laurel. I enjoy the cleanup days when we clean up at Riverfront Park and around the lake, a Lake Fest, Harvest Moon Hayride. One of my most memorable things when I came to the Lake Fest, I was asked to help with the limbo, so I got to hold the limbo stick, and it was great fun. So I just enjoy all of the activities, the concerts, you name it. I talk with my sister all the time, and she says, well, what's going on in Laurel? She said, you all have so many activities. If you're bored in Laurel, it's your fault.
I've been around here for so long that I've got to see parents and children, and the children grow up and have kids, and seeing the next generation of their kids through all the years, you know, so It's nice to see. I'm proud of the work that everybody in our department does.
We've got a great team.
What would you say about your team?
Give me a minute. It's funny. I say this all the time, and when I'm talking to the public or just in our staff meetings, I think Parks and Recreation, we got the best department by far in the city. We don't have a big turnover here. People stay here, because they like it here, and they really have a passion for their job. They go above and beyond. If it means they got to stay after or come back in later tonight to check the lights or whatever the case may be, they do that. And they're not asked to do that. I mean, this is how involved they are and how dedicated they are. So by far, we have the best department anywhere and the best people. And we couldn't do it without everybody working together, and we get along great. It's like a family here. I want to see the city continue to promote Parks and Recreation and continue to make it grow. With the population growing, we have to keep moving, and if that means more parks, more buildings, and more staffing, then I'd like to see that continue, and I think we have continued that over the 60 years now. Without the mayor and city council support, we wouldn't have been able to do that.